For the story, I'm joined with Major Ali Shah. Mohammed Shah, a very good morning. What can we expect out of India-China talks? It's been 21 months, still no breakthrough. Will these talks lead to anywhere?
Well, I'll be very, very honest. I know the talks have been going on for quite some time. That's why now we have come to the 14th round of talks. If we had to achieve any results out of these talks, we would have gotten the first stroke itself. Why prolong it for 14? All right. Now, what will we gain out of it? Well, we can buy time, all right, but nothing on ground, to be very, very honest, is going to actually, I don't see much. I'm not expecting much to come out of it, though I have all the regard and all the respect and all the hopes from the army talks, their diplomatic talks. But at the end of the day, we are soldiers. We are not trained for diplomacy. We're not there to do sweet talk and to talk diplomatic ties. At the same time, I'll give you an example. If two soldiers on the border across, if one side comes and tells the other person, please move behind, de-escalate or do this, do that. So do you think the other side of the party, the soldiers would move behind? They would not leave an inch. We would not leave an inch. Similarly, soldiers across in China would not, they will follow the same philosophy and ideology. They would not move behind. But yes, we can buy time, most certainly. It can be a placebo, but not a proper cure to it. It can be a temporary measure, but not a permanent solution. For example, if again I have explained this many times, supposing we buy land and when our boundary is not actually demarcated, we do not know which side our neighbor is. It is all perception. Unless and until we sign a sales deed, unless and until it's brought in files on paper, a contractual agreement is made, legally, formally, officially, there is no orally in principle, there is nothing as in orally in principle. So I don't see much, to be very honest. Many results are going to come out of this talk. It will ultimately lead to a stalemate, irrespective if they're marathon long talks of 20 hours or so, but on ground, sorry to say, nothing much would come out from it.
All right, what do you have to say about US's warning stating that Z is intimidating its neighbors? But that's something we all know already. How do you see this warning?
Well, I think it is a good warning. Why not? Because it says that it will stand with its partners, and its partners like, for example, Quad, Australia, Japan, India and US. So US stands with them, and yes, there is no doubt about it that Xi Jinping has been trying to intimidate his neighbors, and so is North Korea for that matter, which has been repeatedly testing missiles and ballistic missiles one after the other. So most certainly when US stands with us and US is giving a warning to China, it sends a clear-cut signal. You know, US has amidst sanctions, when US has imposed sanctions on Turkey of M400 for the for such weaponry. So when US issues a warning, I think it actually, they mean it. So China has to tread very, very carefully. So China, it doesn't make any difference to China, let me tell you. They are totally immune to any warnings or anything which anyone says. But yes, it makes, for whatever it's worth, it certainly makes a difference, and I think it's a good sign for everyone else, but bad news for China when US issues them a warning.
But do you think that looking at the current situation, diplomatic international pressure is the way to go? Because these talks, as you just mentioned, that 14 talks have already, this is going to be the 14th talk, and it has been 21 months since the talks have been happening. There's been no breakthrough. So do you think more countries should now join US to impose pressure on China?
Well, in principle, many more countries are already there. I mean, they have a lot of support, and if you see, then anti-China sentiments are there all over the world. In fact, they've created havoc around the world with this Wuhan virus coming in. So most certainly, yes, but when they have to speak up, when they would be pressure, definitely. It is, but human psychology, when pressure is mounted from all sides, you tend to actually give in somewhere on the other, even if it's little bit. So yes, as you rightly said, more countries should actually mount in the pressure on China. But frankly speaking, if China is immune, they are thick-skinned. They will not be moved. But yes, that's the only option when one is cornered, and only option left. So most certainly that option can be explored, Priyanka.
All right, Major Mohammed Ali Shah, thank you for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your views on this top story.